San Diego. The homeless population in downtown San Diego reached another record high for the sixth straight month, with about 1,900 people counted on January 31st. The monthly count should not be confused with the annual point-in-time count that covers the entire county and was conducted January 22nd. The results of that count will not be released for a few months and will contain demographic information. It is estimated there are 1,939 homeless people January 31st, exactly 100 more than the December count. As in past months, the largest homeless population was in the East Village area, also known as the Bottoms, with a count of 794 people. But that was lower than the previous month, East Village count of 850. The count breaks downtown San Diego into 7 neighborhoods, and the data show the population sometimes rises and falls in different places each month. For instance, the largest increase in January occurred in the area referred to as the outside perimeter, which jumped from 491 in December to 640 in January. The area includes the northern part of Barrio Logan, the western part of Golden Hill, and Sherman Heights. The overall increase, however, does not appear to be a result of people merely moving from one neighborhood to another. The population has been surging for most of the last 12 months, reaching a new record high each month since August, when the count found 1,609 people. Over the last decade, the average monthly count has shown a dramatic increase. Although the population has ebbed and flowed, in 2012, the average monthly homeless population was 582. It was even lower in 2013 at 548. It increased to about 1,000 in 2016 and 2017, but fell to a monthly average of 656 in 2020. The year the city opened a large shelter in San Diego Convention Center. No year in the last decade of the count has seen a population as large as in 2022, which had a monthly average of 1,515 people. With the latest tally hitting a new record high, the trend does not seem to be slowing. Hello everyone, today we got a special guest with us today. I'm excited to welcome Chaplain Benita Martinez. I met her and her husband in downtown San Diego, known as the Bottoms, where they were passing out food and water for the homeless. It really touched my heart to see good people giving to the community. So I reached out to them and found they have a ministry called Love Bridge, where they help women who get out from prison or from the streets, offering them resources, a lifting hand to get cleaned up, also offering clothes, support, food, and an open heart to their nonprofit organization, housing women who are in need, and offering hope. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Benita Martinez. It's good to have you here with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So, where were you born and raised?
Well, I was born in Bakersfield, California, but I was raised here in San Diego, raised over in the South Bay area.
That's what's up. At 13, you started gangbanging. Can you tell us about that?
Well, growing up, we moved around a lot, so it was kind of hard to adapt to different areas that we moved to. But where we ended up landing was over in Otay, Chula Vista Otay area. And at about 13 years old, I just started, I went to public school, and being a güera and everything, you're the güerita and you have a lot of problems with other kids. And so I ended up starting gangbanging, and I got jumped into the neighborhood at 13 years old. And it just started from there.
At what age did you get pregnant?
At 13, I started gangbanging, and I was going in and out of jail in juvenile hall. And then I got pregnant when I was 15 years old. And actually, I found out I was pregnant when I was in juvenile hall, and I had my son when I was 16.
Can you tell us about being pregnant young?
Well, being pregnant young was, well, back then it didn't seem hard, but it was just a lot of responsibilities, because once you have a baby, it's hard, because I was still a kid, having another kid, and having to take care of a baby and being pregnant and going to school. And I really tried. I give my props out to the young girls that are pregnant and do go to school and do accomplish something, because I remember in my time it was very hard, because being in gangs and being pregnant and already being in the system, it was kind of rough, trying to just get my life in order. I was kind of confused. I didn't know what to do or how to do it.
At what age did you start using drugs?
I started drinking at 13, and then I never really smoked weed. But I went straight to heroin at the age of 15 years old. I became a heroin addict. At 16, I was bona fide, strung out heroin addict. Forgot all about the barrio, forgot all about the homies, forgot all about the neighborhood, because the dope became my life. My heroin addiction became my life and my hustle and being out on the streets. And at 13 years old, I was already living out on the streets, because I got rebellious and I started doing things my way. And my mom was very firm. She said, "You want to do things my way in this house, or you got to go." And I chose, I wanted to go. So I went out to the streets, living under bridges, living behind dumpsters at a young age, staying with people and different friends. A lot of adults back then, in those days, they'd open their house to you. Today, after that, just your addiction just takes over.
Right. Can you tell us about that lifestyle as a drug addict?
The lifestyle of a drug addict. Well, first, when you become a drug addict, when you start using, you don't think it's gonna take over you. But that's a life in the pit, because little by little that craving comes, and you got that addiction. And then once you got that monkey on your back, no matter what it is, whether it's heroin, alcohol, meth, whatever, even whatever addiction it is, once you got it clean and atorado en tu espalda and clavado right there, it ain't gonna come off. It ain't gonna come off that easy once it gets addicted, because the addiction gets a hold of your mind, it gets a hold of your brain, it gets a hold of your dignity, your values. And that lifestyle just led to losing my son. I lost my son at 18 years old to the system. It led to losing my self-dignity, my self-worth, going in and out of jail, in and out of the system, robbing, stealing, hurting people, and hurting my family, hurting my mom. And my mom she would always go out to the streets and look for me. And I used to get so embarrassed, because I used to say, "Hi, here she comes again." Everybody loved her because she'd bring food, but I would want to run, because I didn't want her to see me all messed up, and I never came around my family that much because of my addiction, because I looked messed up. I looked dirty and I looked strung out. I could only hang out for 2-3 hours, because that Maria would kick in. And if you've ever been a heroin addict, or you know what an addiction is, the Maria ain't no joke. It comes out, and the lifestyle, it was not a good lifestyle. It was a hard lifestyle. I found myself living under the bridge over on 33rd and National. I lived there for 8 years under a bridge. I roamed these streets all over, from Otay all the way to Logan Heights. I even made my way all the way to Oceanside. Every neighborhood that was out there, I hit it. I was up in the neighborhood. Wherever the dope was at, I was chasing it.
Have you ever been homeless?
Yes, I've been homeless. I was homeless I'm going to say about a good 25, 30 years of my life. I was homeless, living out on the street.
Can you tell us about that?
Um, it's rough. Being homeless is rough. I feel for the people that are homeless because of circumstance. Like me, I was homeless because I chose to be, because I didn't want to give up the dope and I didn't want to change my life. But then there's other people that are homeless for other reasons, and it's hard because people don't look at you the same. They When you walk in the store, you walk in somewhere, you just look different because you're a little tattered looking. And it's rough because then you get the stigmatism and your self-esteem starts going down because people look at you different, or they don't want to make that eye contact with you, or they see you and they pretend they don't see you, or they talk not directly to you, but they talk about you, but not to you. It hurt. It messes with the person because that's where all the anger gets built up. That's where all the complications come with, like, you don't fit in. You have social anxiety around people. It's really rough being homeless. It really is.
All right. So what made you change?
What made me change was uh, I got busted in 2009, and I had just gotten out from doing a year, and I got busted like 9 or 6 months later, and I got sent to prison. And one of the days when I was upstate, because I don't know if anybody out there, those that have been to prison, you want to remember this. Those funky little mirrors they got up in the south that aren't really a mirror. They look like an aluminum plate. That's what you use to comb your hair, to look and get yourself up. I walked by my reflection one day in the mirror coming out of my room, and I looked at myself and I had to take a back look because I didn't recognize myself. I saw reality. I was already old. Because I'm talking, I was already going to be 50 years old, like 48, 49. I looked at myself, that reflection, and I could just see the person who I was at that moment. And I thought to myself, where did all the years go by? Where did all these years go by? Man, ya estoy vieja. I'm getting old, and I'm still in the jail system. I'm still doing the same thing. I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired. So I made that decision when I was in prison that when I got out, that I was going to change my life. When I got out of prison, that I wasn't going to be like these revolving doors of these hyenas that were coming in and out, and they were coming in for installment plans, 30 days, 90-day violation, and coming back. My term there, I did 3.5 years, and I seen so many girls come in and out, back and forth and back and forth. And then I saw the lifers. Some of my friends that were lifers, I saw them in prison, and all this time I thought they were dead. I thought these homegirls were dead, that they died of an overdose, or they got killed or something, because we were all caught up in the same royo, all in the same cycle. So when I seen some of my homegirls in there that they were doing life sentences, 30 years, 40 years. Some had already been down 20 years. And then to see that they were alive, and then to see the youngsters coming in and out, I said, oh no, I'm going to break this cycle. I'm not going to come back. That ain't going to be me. I got to do something to myself. I got to make that change. But I got to start now. So I got into a program in the prison. There was a counselor in there that used to give me a lot of carrilla. She would always pick at me. And I told her, you just get on my last nerve. I told her, I go, me caes gorda. I told her, she just kept picking at me. Then she would always preach the Bible and say Bible scriptures, and I'd get mad because I was raised in church. And my mom was a chaplain. My mom was a Christian. So I kind of knew better. So when I heard that, I didn't want to hear it. And pero se aferraba. Her name was Lydia. Se aferraba conmigo. And then one day she goes, you know what? Trujillo, I'm sick of you. Just go sit outside. And I went to go sit outside, and she came back. She made her little roundy run. And she told me, she goes, the reason I'm so hard on you is because I know you can make a better life for yourself. And I believe that you can change, but you just have to want to. You're smart, you're intelligent. Nomás te tienes que prepararte. You just got to change, Güera. That's all you got to do. Everybody calls me Güera. Growing up, that was my name on the streets and everything. And so she addressed me to get me comfortable. So when I got out, I decided to make that change. I talked with my mom, and she said I could come home. It's hard coming home after you haven't lived in the household for many years. We'd always been in communication, but I never lived under their rules. So when I got out, I asked my mom if I could come stay with her, and she said, yeah. She says, but you gotta just, chop that up. That's typical eso. So I agreed, and I went and I saw my parole officer, and I told him, you know what, I don't want to be coming back to the parole office. How do we finish this? He just gave me some directions. It was just clean. He was registered at school or get a job or something. And that's exactly what I did. I registered in school, and I started going to church because I was looking for God. I wanted a relationship with God because I knew only God could change me. I knew only God could help me because I'd done things my way. I'd done things the street way. I'd done things the prison way. I'd done things the doping way. I tried everything and nothing worked. I didn't do nothing but get burned. So I decided, I'm just going to give it all up, and I'm just going to focus, and I'm going to focus on me, and I'm going to start looking for God. So I started looking for God. I started going to different churches looking for God in different places, and I was looking to try to find a church where I felt comfortable at. And everything, I just didn't fit. It just didn't fit. And one day I was in my room, and my mom said, I liked one church, I liked another church. I said, well, where's God? I want God to change me. I want to feel God. Because I would see people that God changed their lives, and I wanted that. And in my room, I just got on my knees and I asked God, can you just come into my heart and change me? I don't want to be the same dirty dopey that I've been these last 40-something years. I want to be different. I want to have a life. I want to have a relationship with you. I want to be normal, because you don't know what normal is. When you've been out on the streets since 13 years old up until almost 50 years old, you don't know what normal is because you've lived nothing but chaos. At that moment, I felt like something really, really dramatic in my heart. I felt something just change inside of me. And I felt that change, and I knew it was God putting it into my heart. And I just felt a really overwhelming difference in myself.
Yeah. So how many years you accumulated in prison altogether?
All my time together, from prison, from county, from juvenile hall, I'm going to say about a good 12 years, 14 years altogether, in and out.
Okay. So you have a nonprofit organization called Love Bridge Ministry. Can you tell us about this organization?
Love Bridge Ministry was founded in 1989 by my mom, Chaplain Benita. She went to be with the Lord last year in February in 2022. And this was my mom's ministry. And I came into the ministry about 12 years ago when I got out of prison. And I started helping her. Love Bridge Prison Ministry, we work with women that are broken, women coming out of prison. We go to the prisons, we teach, we reach the women, we teach them, we give them Bible studies, we give them recovery groups, and we help them learn the basic principles of the Bible and how to better themselves. We encourage them, we give them hope. Out of that, Love Bridge Ministry created a group, it's called the Hope Dealers, and that's our recovery group. And that's what Love Bridge Ministry, we reach the women, we equip them, we prepare them. When they get out, we reach them again, we reach out, we make sure they have clothing, that they're set up, we invite them to churches. We're about 35 different women from various ministries. So wherever type of church they want to go to, they can see all the teachers because we go to the jail. And all the volunteers go to the jail, and we teach. And when the girls get out, we're there for the women too.
Yeah, that's what's up. So can you tell us who you are mostly helping, reaching out to?
We're reaching out mostly to women. We reach out to women, incarcerated women, women getting out of prison, women on the streets, any woman that's broken and doesn't have any value, and that feels that they don't have a purpose in their life. We will reach out to them, we will help them, we will love them through whatever situation, whether it's a domestic violence, whether it's an abuse, whether it's a homeless situation, whatever, whether it's an addiction, we'll place them in a recovery home. We'll do what we have to, but we'll be there for them. And we're not gonna be like some, like what they're used to, accustomed to, that we're just gonna drop you off and dump you and we're done with you. No, we take care of you and we stay connected because we believe that the woman is like a tree trunk. It's the root. It's the foundation. And when you rescue one woman, you rescue the whole family.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, what can you tell the women out there who think they have nothing left in life because of their drug addiction, recent homelessness, or recently get out from prison?
I'm going to tell you that don't believe the lies that you've been told. Don't believe the lies that have been put in your head that you have no value and that you can't do it. You can do it. You can do it. You just have to put your mind to it. If God could change a drug addict like me, if God could change this wretched woman who I was, and today I'm a homeowner, I'm married, today I have my son back. I have everything that I was lost and then some. I just want to let you know that there is hope out for you, and you just have to reach out. You just cry out to God and He'll help you. You can also call me anytime. My phone is open 24/7, 619-519-4133. I pick up. I pick up all the time. You can call me anytime if you need help. You need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to love you through it. You need somebody, you're hungry, you call me. We'll go eat, we'll talk, and we'll find a solution.
Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you so much, Martinez. You can find all the information on the description below.